Welcome to Peaceful Streaming. So I'm continuing on with the Save Me from These Horrible Colors, Honey job, I think it's called. Um, so I'm now in the hall, which is one of the rooms that still has to be done. And the other two they don't have to be that I'm going to do. The other two are this room where we're just supposed to paint, but chances are I will do more. Certainly I will change the floor. I guess I'm just gonna have to see how it looks after we paint it with bright peach. That's the downstairs, which I'm probably gonna make into some kind of a den. And this hallway, thankfully, is supposed to be painted a different color, faded lemon, which will be an improvement. I'm not sure what to do with this. Maybe let's put it right there. Since we can't sell any of their stuff. Oh, and also the bathroom, which desperately, desperately needs work. So I'm going to start by painting the hallway because it's, for one reason, it's just so painful every time I see it. To be honest, this orange is like uh, it's a little it's a little much. Let's just say that. Um, and so I think I will feel much better after that's done. The floor actually is pretty decent, so I don't think I'm going to do anything with that. I think it probably could use a rug. Um, so I will likely put a rug down. There's not a lot of room to put plants, but I may put one or two on the wall. Um, and I brought these lights in here. They're not my favorite. I honestly would get rid of them if possible, but I can't. Okay, new painting skill available. I didn't realize that there actually were any. I still had to faster painting, paint 3 walls at the same time. Oh, really? I'm only at 2 walls? Okay, yeah, definitely. Um, and I brought that painting in from the blue bedroom because I didn't want it there anymore. I figured it actually would probably look pretty good in this after it was after the walls were painted. Clearly, it's not gonna go with deep orange. I'm not even sure what that color is, but it's pretty bad. Um, so let's see. And actually, this whatever it is that I think I brought in from another room, dresser or something, will look much better in here when the walls are this color, I think, because it just looked really, really cheap um, when it was up against the orange. So is that, oh, the shadows. Okay, so that's not a problem with the paint. It's that there are shadows coming from, oh, okay, so I'm going to get rid of these lights. I don't think these are needed, and I think I moved them out of the kitchen slash living room because they were so bright that they were causing problems. So, now these hanging lights don't really complete the job. No, I'm not gonna complete the job automatically. Um, yeah, they used really cheap lighting as the default in here. So I keep moving the lights around, hoping that they will just disappear. No, these, oh man, those are a pain. Is it too big for this? Somewhat, but hey, you got to do what you got to do. Does it fit? Oh, actually, you know what? We will move this over here, and then this fits fine. I'm not going to say it's fantastic, but it's good enough. So there is a decent amount of light in here. I'd say it looks pretty good. to move some of the lights back here, I think. I don't know. I'm kind of opposed to just doing this one long line of the lights. It seems kind of blah. So I just was doing that design instead. So let's see. Rug. I'd go for pretty much anything at this point. Let's see. Now this one I just downloaded from the workshop. I have no idea. I think that actually looks nice. Now there are like, I guess, deliberate wrinkles in there because I think people do that on the workshop because they don't want it to look really just flat, I guess, probably. So so let's do the bright peach in here because I'm not really sure what is going to need to be done after the room is painted. Because I vaguely know what bright peach is. I would swear that in the student house, the exact same thing. I'd have to look. So this is a change. I have to say I'm not a huge fan of green, but I think I kind of liked the green better. But this is not our choice. Did I bring these in here, these plants? I don't think so. I think I brought those two in, but I don't think, actually, did I buy those? Maybe I can just get rid of them. Oh, no. Oh, okay. So I did not buy them. Okay. So we're stuck with them. That's okay. I can handle it. And I moved these lights in from the hall just because I like them better. And after all, how much time do people spend in the hall? So I figured they were better in the bedroom. Although I have to say, I think I need to move them because they're brighter than I realized. I think we might only need two in here. So I have no idea what to do with this. Actually, no, I do. There it is. Okay. So one over here and one, let's say over there. I just don't think all the lighting in a bedroom should be overhead because it's not exactly cozy. So I guess the painting still more or less matches the room, coordinates with it, I think. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with the floor. I think once I look at, so probably a nice warm color like that, possibly not as dark as that, because obviously we can't leave this really horrible flooring here. That's a lot of plants, a lot of the same plants. I forgot I can now paint with 3 stripes at once. Let's see. Yeah, there's too much in here. I'm getting stuck on things. You can go, I don't know, here. It's the guitar also is kind of getting in my way. Let's see. Oh, that's right. I have to ask my son. I got it. Ooh, I forgot it was yesterday. In my shop, they were selling a guitar, so I didn't know if he'd want it. He hasn't played the guitar. He kind of came to the, at least in his mind, the realization that his fingers are too big. I passed on my really big hands to him. And so he feels it's just too difficult for him to successfully play the guitar. He was doing pretty well, but it is a lot of work too. Um, so these plants are kind of overwhelming for this place. I've been putting some of them out on the porch because, hey, that's what we do. Granted, we live in California where it is, the plants are not going to freeze, but this is a lot of plants for this place, for that room. It seems like a little much. And I know I have chairs out in the front, and we're just going to ignore that for now. So I'm going to get rid of this because it is definitely getting in the way. Let's move this a little further over here. Okay, so floor. Let's see. Oh, wrong one. Floor panels. Oh, excuse me. That was like a little burp kind of bubble. I got like an air bubble in my throat. I don't use these a lot because I usually look at it when I'm looking for something dark, and then it doesn't work out. So actually I think it works out here though. That's what I was wondering. Because I look at the preview and I'm like, oh, that's what I need. I need something dark, and then it's not really dark, so then I don't use it. So, but I think it works for this. I'm not wild about the green rug, especially because the walls are now a different color. I don't know. Okay, so one thing I do know is, can we do curtains? We can do short curtains. Maybe. Or this is gonna cause us problems with the curtains. Yeah, I doubt it because that bed is gonna get in the way. So I think we need to do shades. Let's see. Or blinds. No, shades. They call it blinds, but those aren't blinds. Those are shades. Well, at least here. They're shades. They're called shades. I don't think so. Possibly this. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that might work. I'm feeling like the rug just is, I don't know. I just feel like it's not really working for me. On the other hand, you do want to keep enough green in the room. So I think we could use a light on the, oh, there is a light on the desk. How bright is it? It's, I would say minimally bright. I think I'm going to put the same one in that I put on this, on this desk thingy. Let's put this, can I put this over here? Or will it? Yeah, I can. In the student house, it's a nice bright one, and I think it works on that desk because you need a fair amount of light. No, not standing lamp, table lamp. And it was this one. So I think it really brightens up the area. And I would say we need, I guess I could put one of those plants back. Where did I put it? Oh, out here. I mean, they're big to me for windowsills, but not like horrible. Oh, is it the 25 minutes? I started the game like 10 minutes ago, so in the game's mind, it's been 25 minutes. I started it and then I started having like one of those. I'm having the chills the last couple days. It's a stupid fever I've had the last couple months. So I went to get blood drawn today. See, the problem is the medicine I'm on for my MS sometimes depletes my body of certain nutrients, and that's one of those things you just, how are you going to know that's happening? So that might be what's happening. I might be losing like vitamin C or vitamin D or something like that. So yeah. Let's see. I'm thinking that a nice comfy chair might be good. I wish we had more of the beanbag type stuff. They call them poofs, right? I don't call them poofs, by the way. We don't call them poofs in the US. God, do I have to go with a lime? Is that all that's going to match here? How about white? Do they have white? They don't have the orange, because that would be good. The orange that's in the bed. I could do one of these too, couldn't I? Oh, rats. They don't have really good colors, because that doesn't look like white. That looks like gray. Unfortunately. So I guess that is only that color. Light colored poof. Yeah, not really excited about these. Beige, brown coffee, light gray, white that looks like, I don't even know what it looks like, to be honest. I don't want to be mean, but kind of looks like crap, I have to say. So I don't know, I was looking for something comfy. So does this come in some interesting colors that go with this room? Nope. What about another one of them? I guess they just come in the same two color sets. Okay, so let's do chair. How about, let's see. Just really want something comfy. Rats. I mean, we could do yellow. I'm just not like sold on it. But we don't have a lot of comfy chairs, do we? That actually looks kind of comfy, doesn't it? Oh, God, what? But like none of those colors really work. Rats. It's going to get to the point where I actually know this catalog by heart, I think, other than stuff I find in the workshop. I do skip past a lot of stuff I don't like, though, so maybe that won't ever happen. I just. Oh, wait a minute. What does beige look like? No. So let's try white. Okay, so you are problematic. So at least it's somewhat comfy looking. There's not much you can fit in here, let's face it. What does the beige version look like? Okay, so I looked at the beige version. We don't want pastel rose. Coffee looks eh. Brown coffee looks eh. Grassy, I just really resists that. Not sure we're gonna do any better than that. It looks too dark in here. I think we do need some wall lights. I'm not sure which, because we already have two different kinds of lights. And I don't think either one of them has an associated wall lamp. So, oh, actually these might work nicely. How about, well, there's white wood. Let's stick with white wood. This is all white wood, so I don't want to get too, I don't want to start mixing stuff too much. Keep it fairly consistent and attractive, hopefully. So it still looks kind of dark. I'm not really sure. I mean, we can put one here, but I don't think it's gonna, I mean, it visually gives you like an indication of light. Is there some nice ceiling lamp that I can put above the top bunk that will be very, oh, wait a minute. I just realized, how about this? Is this the one I like or the one I don't like? That's too big. It should be the one that's smaller, I think. Like this one. Is this one smaller? Nope. Why did I think it was? There is one that's like set into the ceiling. However, it always looks like it's really, really crummy. So I am reluctant to use it. Wait a minute. What about this one? This is a kid's one. This is a kid's room, right? That is pretty big. But that is big. So it just kind of doesn't really go. Now, if we could put it on the side, I would put it there. But we can't. So I just think that's too much. Where is that one that, even though I don't like it, halogen lamp mini. So we could put like a couple, like 4 up here. Or maybe 6. So, I mean, it does, I think, help make it look a little more. You go over there. Just a little lighter. I think we need like something over here, don't we? Or is it just me? It just looks, maybe I need to look at the whole room and say, I guess not. I just feel like, so maybe I'll put this tree back. Will it actually fit? No, you know what? Let's try this one. Come on, you should fit back there. Come on, you've got to fit. Am I in the way? Okay, so that's better. I did see that rug kind of leaping up. But workshop stuff, that's what tends to happen a little. So I think that looks pretty good. I don't want to do too much because it is a pretty small room. Let's face it. Let's just pretend we don't see that. I looked, but I didn't find anything new for this room that I felt really was needed. I didn't find a rug that I preferred over that. So I guess let's get this room done. There's not going to be a lot I can do because, though oh shoot. So I can't do anything with the walls. Am I supposed to do anything in this room per the client? Nope. So I can't, God, that's not good. That light is just, where are we going to put it? Put it there, I guess. Not crazy about it, but okay. So now it's really dark in here, but I don't know what I'm going to do yet with the walls because I think the first thing I have to choose is the thing I can change. The walls I can paint. Ooh, you know what? It would be nice to have a really nice, like, cream. Except I can never find a good cream paint. That's kind of an issue. So the floor, what can I put on the floor? There are a lot of nice tiles. It's just sometimes finding a color that works with them is not easy. I could just do it all in snowy. That might actually look nice. I wish I could do the walls, but I can't. So I could do the floor in snowy and then do the walls in like one of those whites that has like a little bit of a gray cast. Or I could do it in pink, but I'm probably the only one who would like that. It just feels like it does need some opening up. Turn the lights on. Is there any light left? No. So let's see, white. Okay, so I'm gonna get some paint and then I'm gonna find a light for in here. So the crystal, I keep forgetting. I think it is the one that has a greenish cast. And the silver glacier. What does that look like? I can't remember. Let's see. But first I need some light. So let's see. So that's a good question. Which one? How much of this can I change? Not a lot. So it's not going to be a frou-frou. I can't really make it a frou-frou one. What about this one in light? At least for now, I think it's decent looking. Yeah, there's not a lot I can do in this room. So I'm going to paint it. Let's see how this looks. This might not work. I think I might want to just do white. Yeah, that's... I mean, we could. I mean, I guess I can see what it looks like just... And this gray is light enough. I mean, it doesn't totally close the place down, the room down. It's just gray's never been like one of my favorites for a main color. Yeah, I think it actually looks pretty good. I'm also not a huge fan of white all over the walls because I think it looks too sterile. And since I don't have a lot of control, for instance, you know, on the walls, then can I go in here? No. That stall was in the other place and it looked really crummy there too. Did I do this wall or is it? Yeah, okay. So that's, huh. Doesn't it look crummy? It's not just me, right? Thinking that. So that mirror's blah, but I'm not really sure I can do anything about it. However, we need, like, that doesn't really, yeah, there's not a lot I can do in this place. in this room. So I'm thinking maybe just a plain white shade because not sure. I'll try the white. Wait a minute. I'll try. I don't think this is the same. I think it's a different gray, so I'm not really sure if it's gonna work. Yeah, it works. I still feel like I'm kind of. It feels dark in here. I definitely need some wall lights. Let's see. I never used these. I think I was like just not impressed by them. Let's see what they look like. Do they stick out too far? No, they don't. They're actually really small. But they're just not, I don't know. They look very functional. They don't look like they're really, and these I used a lot in the beginning, but the problem is they stick way out. So for these smaller rooms, they don't work terribly well. Now this, yeah, I love how that happens. Uh, so that's better. I can barely turn around enough to see if they're the same height. I think they are. Um, I mean, we need a rug. We need a picture there. I have no idea which. Because the black and white photos won't really work because it's a kind of unusual paint. It's a little warm for a gray. So I don't really see it working that well. Let's see. Pictures. And some of these are just huge. Yeah, some of you just don't have a choice. Like most of these paintings are just really big. I think actually I'm going to use one of my photos, which is not something I do very often, but I think I know one that will actually go really well. I may have deleted it, actually, to be honest. I think I took a lot of my photos out of the gallery. Okay, so I can actually photos from camera. Okay, here we go. I can get it from another folder. Let's see. Okay. They were not named anything that is helpful. Okay, here it is. I think that one works. Maybe this one? There isn't a lot of blue in the room, so that's why I was thinking this one. I think it has to be pretty small because this room's small. Maybe not that small. Okay, so wow, that kind of hurts your eyes, doesn't it? The pebbles. Yeah, I don't like that. So let's use a painting. Yeah, I mean it doesn't match exactly, but I think it coordinates, if you know what I mean. Oh God, is that horrible wenge or whatever? Yeah. So we're gonna find a rug. This is not gonna be easy. At all. This is going to be difficult. What about this? This one's too big, I think. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Plus, we have it in the living room, I think. So, you know, I mean, I'm all for, I will use one again if it's just perfect, but I don't think that's what I'd call that. What about this one's, I think, too big. Yeah. Too bad. It would be kind of interesting, although I don't think it wouldn't coordinate with the painting, but the painting's easy to change. The rug, not so much. Um, Now this, does this come in different? Oh, yeah, no, we don't want that. Okay, and I did look down at the workshop. There wasn't really. No, that's too big. That's what I figured. Let's see. Let's try carpet. Huh. Oh, wait a minute. Now, I can't even get any perspective on this because but it doesn't really go with that or that. It's a little tricky. Actually, this is a lot tricky. Um, I like that one, but it just didn't really work. Now, I mean, the problem is what color does work here. This one's big. I think I need to change that picture, don't I? It doesn't really work. So, let's see. That's no, it's too brown. It's interesting. It's not exactly cheery, but these were the ones that were for the vampire castle. So this is actually kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, this is a tough room, I think. I think we need a plant, at least one plant, like on the windowsill or something, because this is somewhat grim. I mean, it's attractive, but it's not cozy. If I could change the I could do a little change a little bit more. I mean, I could. It's just tough. It's such a small room and there's so little I can actually change. So, okay, so this is, how's that? Now, how big is this? Oh, this will work, I think. Yeah, that'll work. So, it's really hard to get a perspective on this because as soon as you step out the door, it's the light turns off. But I mean it definitely looks better than it did, let's face it. So the last room is where is it? This room. So I did throw a lot of stuff down here. I think I'm gonna have to give up this thing, sadly, because it's big. I love it, but it really doesn't belong here. So I think we're gonna do since I kept this stuff. So the painting of the horses, on the other hand, can we just put it there? Yes. It just is hard to really get that to work. So what I'm thinking is that it's that it's a den, watch TV, play like music, stuff like that. And we have the red fridge down here. We have the red carpet down here. Could be a gaming place too. So I'd say black leather couch, probably. Or sofa, whatever. Let's see, furniture, living room. I'm not sure I'm going to keep that carpet because that's kind of blah. Sofas. Okay, is there something cooler than a leather couch? That is interesting. I'm not really sure I'm ready to go in that direction. That's nice, but we have that upstairs. Dark colored sofa. We do have a, ooh, that's the one that looks like leather, but I'm not sure if it's technically supposed to be. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm yawning. I don't know why I'm yawning. I did have a little trouble going to sleep last night, but not anything new. Just getting really sleep deprived. I forgot about, I love this one so much. So much. Oh man, that has to, yeah. Can we put this in here? Come on. You can fit, right? Why don't you fit? Okay, well, we're putting you upstairs somewhere, like, seriously. I don't know where we're gonna put you. It's really hard not to be to like be forced to use stuff. I'm just gonna, this is going to be donated. That's what's going on with it. I might be able. No, I can't work with that. I can't. Does not go with the room. That's going to be donated. I tried. Couldn't help it. I fell in love with the sofa. Okay, so let's see. I really want to use this sofa. I just have to. Gotta scoot it over a little more. Because I'm thinking big TV here. I probably should not be spending my money on it, but I like to have a complete. Let's see. Why are there two of like the same thing? Okay, oh, this is standing and then this is hanging. Okay, so, oh, that's big. Okay, so it's not that I don't want to spend money. It's just that doesn't seem necessary. So maybe, oh my God, maybe I can use that mid-century console. Come to think of it. Or one like it. This one's nice. Now this is the one I put away. Now there are different woods, but they're very close. So I could actually put a TV here. Right? I think I should be able to fit a TV on there. I don't know for sure. That one's huge, so, and completely unnecessary. So, do they seriously not have another TV? Yeah, they do. That's a monitor. What? Oh, okay. Wall-mounted TV, and here's this TV. Okay, fine. I mean, it's a decent. Yeah, oh, that's more than adequate. So the floor is. What are we going to do with the floor? And I can also only paint the walls. I can't. So what color? Would I paint the walls? It's a good question. I could do tile on the floor. I'm not like really excited about the idea. I could do carpeting on the floor. I don't know. What does this look like? I'm not excited about it. I'm really not excited about any of the carpeting, to be honest. Let's see. Floor tiles. Is there anything like that's interesting? It doesn't look really weird. I think we're going to be going with wood. So, what about this? Yeah, that looks pretty nice. Maybe a little darker. I'm not sure if we have something that's just a little darker. What about this? How dark is this? I don't like it. That is just very has very limited applications. Oh, are we freezing up again? Yeah, I guess so. With the floors, I prefer to go darker than the furniture if I don't have an option, rather than lighter. Floor panel brown. Oh, that's that one. I keep saying, "Wow, that looks interesting," and then I put it on, and I'm like, "Whoa, no." The zebra wood. What about the zebra wood? No, I think the first one's going to be probably the closest. If we had one that's cherry, like this is kind of close, but I think it's too. It's really. I don't know. I think the issue would be what kind of rug can you put on that? But I think it's too much. The other thing to remember is this is not a big room, so you really don't want something that's really overwhelming. So I think I'm going to try this. I think it's really light if I remember. Yeah, I think that's too light. So I think it's going to be the first one, which was this one, I think. I believe so. Right? No, wait a minute. Maybe it wasn't. Okay, let me look at the. Huh. What was the first one? Put this and then this was it? Isn't that what I just put down? No. Okay. I didn't like that though. Ah, shoot. Why does it look? Oh my God. I'm looking at like some weird selection of stuff. Maestro brown panels, Maestro light panels, Felice panels. I think those are too dark. Um, they're yeah, they're too. Um, what the heck did I? What about these? These are the ones that I end up almost never using, right? I shouldn't be this picky about this. I just, I know what I like and what I don't like. Um, I think it was this that I was like, oh, it's close, right? I think that's pretty close. And I think the other stuff just for me it doesn't work. The other ones that I tried. So let's fill that in. I am not sure. Can I actually? Yep, I can. I don't think we need to put a wood floor on the whatever this is. So I think what we're gonna do there is we are gonna paint all but like one of the walls, I think. We've got to find a carpet. That's always the bane of my existence. I think it's going to be, I'm going to keep it pretty simple. So none of these work, right? Because they don't have the right colors. This actually somewhat, nope. Okay, so I think in this room, the rug is really going to make a huge difference one way or another. I'm sorry, did I just burp before? I am so sorry. I was like completely absorbed in what I was doing and I didn't realize it till like 30 seconds had gone by. Nope. Rats. No, that the color of the couch is definitely challenging. There's no question about that. I don't think this is gonna work. No. No, it just doesn't. I'm trying to think what other ones are in there. This really needs a strong rug to go in here. So let's try carpet. Maybe there's something under carpet. That color, it's like a teal. Turquoise? That's not turquoise. I keep running into this problem. I'm like, turquoise? What are you talking about? That's not turquoise. Over and over again, I keep having that same discussion, I think. But I feel like this needs several colors in it. Because I think the room would look too one-dimensional if it's... Please don't tell me this is going to be hard. Oh man, this is going to be hard. Okay, let's see. What about... Okay, so I'm going to try this carpet and just see if by any chance. Nah, but it does remind me there is another carpet or a rug. I don't know which one it is. I used it in, what house was that? Was that the student house? Can't remember. And I always have trouble finding it. So let's see. I think it's a rug, but they seem to go back and forth with this stuff. Let's see. That's it. Actually, it works really well, but it comes in a larger size, right? Yeah. Might be too large, actually. Yes. I think we have to stick with a small. Okay. So then I think the walls should just be like white and brick. Maybe there's another. No, no, no. Wait a minute. Pale blue. Possibly pale blue. That actually, like a pale blue. Cyan depth, that's too strong. Fresh morning, that's kind of green. Forest mist, silver glacier, steel gray. That turquoise is very hard to. Sky blue, no, that's too strong. the color may not be one that's in here. Or a yellow, like a light yellow, like the faded lemon. Faded lemon. I think it needs to be a cool color. Well, I'll try a fresh morning. Let's try that, see how that looks. Nah, that's too, no. Like either a pale green or a pale yellow. Now this I think is too grayish. Yeah, it is. It's too muddy. Doesn't work. Or we could pick up on like the pink from the rug, but it wouldn't be pink pink. It would be let's see, I tried a fresh morning at that. Forest mist, no. Pale pink, what about young flower bud? What does that look like? No, that's green. That's yellow green. Shoot. Dirty pink I've never looked at. I have to look at this because it might be, you never know, it actually might match that color on the rug, even though it doesn't look like it in the can. That's like purple. Okay, so let's sell all these because none of these work. Maybe I might just have to do like a cream. So I'm going to try the pale lemon, faded lemon. And I think it's emphasizing the like greenish tones. Pink mist, natural beige, bright peach. We try it. No, that doesn't work. So I think I'm gonna have to do. I think I'm gonna have to do white. I just don't see. I don't see the other colors working, unfortunately. So I'm gonna try it on a wall or two and see how it looks. I don't love it because I'm not a huge fan of using white. Now, what about, no, wait a minute, wait a minute. What about the light cream? Can't remember what it looks like, but I just feel like white is just totally not the right color. That's not fantastic either, but it's better. Rats. Milky Way and Crystal, those aren't good. This is like a peach. I don't really see that working. Fresh morning celadon. Tried those. Forest mist. I tried that. It's like same thing. It's kind of green. Copper coin, young flower bud, gray beige. Let's try the gray beige. Beige. That's too dark, I think. Let's see. I don't know. I'm not like none of these are really doing it for me. The pale green to me sounded like a good idea, but then against the sofa, it's not. This may not be the right place for this because I can't. I just don't think it is, unfortunately. So I'm gonna put. I'm gonna think I'm gonna do Let's look at the couches. I'm bummed because I really love that couch, but it's one of those things where you just can't just make it into what you want to make it, if you know what I mean. So like you can't take a couch and be like, oh, I love this couch. I have to make this work in this room. It just doesn't work that way. So let's see, sofa. Ooh, I forgot about these. Oh my God. How big are these? I don't know how big these are. That is awesome. And I think it kind of goes with the console too. Oh, that is awesome. I think I should stick with this floor. But oh, please tell me I have a rug that will go with this. Cause so what were the other colors? Pink or like mint green. Okay, so if that totally bombs, I don't know. I don't have a lot of other options that I'm enthusiastic about. And obviously that couch and the other ones, like it came from the workshop. I am so I am so sorry. I don't even know why I'm yawning. There's no good reason. Um okay, so what are we actually going to use this for? This could be where you have a computer. Um okay. So rug. Please tell me there's something that works. Um it could be a little tough, but I really want this to work. Um this is like no, although I mean it would coordinate with it, but not really what I'm looking for this particular room. Um, shoot, the problem is a lack of fun, um, like rugs, like just really fun stuff. What about this? It comes in different colors. Nope, nope. Um, shoot. Uh, oh man, this is very tough. But we just don't have like really fun kitschy types of nope. We'll have to coordinate with it like magenta, but I mean, but not magenta because this is a pastel. I mean, I don't really see this working, but I mean, like if I was desperate, I think, and I really don't want to get to that point. But I think that couch is awesome. I don't want to give up another couch that I love. And I think it works. Now, what about this? Does this come with better colors? Light blue. See, the problem is trying to match it with light blue because it's just not going to work. Yikes. That doesn't work. So I can't match it. What about... Uh, huh. Actually, I might be wrong. So it's not really matching it, but it's coordinating with it. And I think it actually works. But I'm beginning to wonder about the wooden console because now we have like a different style and it's also very high. Ugh, I will use you again, I promise. So let's see. We need something a little more like this Although it's very, does it come in like white? Like, so that's better. I don't consider it the best, but it's definitely an option. How about this one? But that's, no, that's not really right. French contemporary. So I think actually this one might be the best. Um, you know what's missing in here is light. That's what's really missing in here. And I think then I would go with a white paint, like just white, like, the regular white paint, but just a lot of stuff on the walls to change the look. So ceiling lamp, what works? Here, the ceiling's really low. So you don't have a lot of options. This could be fun, but I believe, well, okay, so that's one. Do we actually have a light switch down here? We do not. I need to buy a light switch. So that's a possibility. It wouldn't be my first choice, but if there is nothing else, then yes. Ceiling lamps. So it could be that one maybe. Nothing that hangs down too far. Now this would kind of go with the whole look. But I think, well, I don't know. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the shadows that it throws. So there's that. Yeah, I mean, to me it's just very distracting. Does this come in white? How far down does it hang? That's it's a little overwhelming. Let's see. Yeah, it's too big for this space. What about this? Like two of these. Well, maybe more. It's a little wimpy. They don't throw a lot of light. So I think I may be stuck with like this. It just feels, it's weird. It feels like, well, I guess part of the problem is we don't have a white wall over there. So I better do the painting because I think it's distracting to have the beige on there. Let's just do what it's going to be. So I'm going to do this white. I think I'm going to leave the wall behind it brick and paint everything else white. I don't know for sure. I think this up here should be painted white. Okay, right. I forgot about this little weirdness. Okay. Okay, so I wanted to see. Okay, so if it was just that wall, should it be this wall instead? I don't even know how well, actually, I can't change it because I can't do tiling. So maybe it should be this wall. Shoot. Now I forgot I have limited options as far as changing stuff. I don't think there's really an undo per se. Should it be that wall? I don't know. Let's make this white and then see. I mean, possibly none of them should be brick. The problem is it's like right up against the white wall. It's just, it just looks odd if I, so what if this and this, and then this wall was white, this wall was white, and that wall was brick? I don't know. I think, I, I don't think brick behind that works. I think it has to be white. It's not great having that white wall right there, but we can put something on it so that it looks less stark. Yeah, like I said, white is not my favorite color for walls, but there are limited options as far as paint. Well, as far as a lot of things, but oh, and so supposedly they are going to be coming out with a farm flipper DLC, which I did not see coming at all. Yeah. So I was trying to figure out in what way there's any synergy there. I mean, it seems like an odd thing to choose. It seems like instead of doing a DLC, you're actually doing a different game. So I don't know. So I don't know. I'm thinking maybe that little chandelier is actually a better choice after all. I don't know. I'm gonna have to wait and see. So those white walls are bothering me so much. I have to put stuff up there because it's just like paralyzing me. So I guess a mirror would be good somewhere, either behind the couch. Yeah, I think behind the couch, actually, come to think of it. I don't like that the couch is kind of smushed over. I'm not crazy about that. So I think I'll move it over a tiny bit. We don't have a lot of room at the bottom of the stairs, but just that amount makes me feel better for some reason. And why does the light look so weird now? Is it the mirror? It looks a lot more like cream instead of white. That's weird. We definitely need wall lights. Let's see. I'm drawing a blank. What is the chandelier? What is the overhead light I have? Oh, right. Okay. These really throw so much light. I never know whether to use them because they are very, very bright. So, like, everything is different. They definitely are needed down here, but they can be overkill to a great extent. I mean, you actually have to be careful where these are pointing. So let's take this one away. Let's put it up there. Sure. Okay, so I think that's like just enough light now. It might be a little too much, but I kind of like the way it bounces around. So something needs to be over there. Could be shelves. If I don't find some kind of nice painting or poster or something, then it might be like shelves with really colorful stuff on it. Forgot about this. What is that? I don't know what that's supposed to be. Excuse me. Okay. Okay. So these are like commemorative plates. How am I ending up with this stuff? I just meant to go to pictures. And I had all decorations instead. We really need something horizontal. No, wait a minute. Actually, I guess that would be vertical, wouldn't it? So that works. That helps. Anyway. What is this thing? I don't know. So we need a coffee table for one thing, which ought to be interesting. Okay, so let's see what's down from the workshop. I love that coffee table with books, but I think it's too big for this area. Oh, no, wait a minute. Has it really been 25 minutes? Huh. That's weird. Mid-century coffee table teak. Okay, why are you giving me problems here? I don't think this isn't gonna work at all. Not at all. Let's see. This one might work. It won't be exciting, but it could work. That one. That might, but I think it's the wrong. I think it really needs to be a rectangle instead of a square. This one would work if it weren't so huge. It really is big. Does this come in? That's nice. It's kind of big. And I don't want to have a white console and a white coffee table. I mean, possibly. Possibly. It's not working for some reason. Is it because I'm in the way? Yeah. So, maybe. I'm stuck now. Really? Come on. It's possible. I think we need to pull. This is not big enough. Could I actually get a bigger rug that would fit in here? I didn't really even think. Did I even try that? I don't think I did. So a medium, would a medium fit? Maybe I did try. It didn't work. Nope. Wrong direction. Oh. Okay, wait a minute. Well, of course I can't tell because this one's in the way. So let's put that one over there. And see if the larger one will work. Where's the blue? There it is. Maybe I did try it. Yeah, it's like, no, you can't go under a wall. So that's too bad. Um, so that's a possibility. Let me see if there's one I like better. Um, let's see. Oh, oh, this is square. Why did I think it was? Why did I think it was rectangular? Is this the one I'm thinking of? Tabletop, white wood, black wood. The bottom is light. Um, oh, that's not what I meant to pick up. I'm getting stuck on everything now. Okay, let's see. I think I like this better because it's smaller. The other one was just a little too big for the place. Not definitely going to go with this one, but it's an improvement. I mean, the other one's really nice. It just doesn't work. So I think this is the best one. And we need something over here. What do we need over here? We need like, wait a minute. Can we move? So move this over here. Move that over there. Is there any room for like another chair? Not really, is there? There really isn't. I don't see how we could. It just doesn't fit. It would have to be just, it's just the couch. Trying to get this like lined up. Which is too bad, but I mean, what are you going to do? We could put, no, something should go in here, like a wall. Ooh, those shelves that I really like, that I keep trying to use in something. But I think it's gold. Crap. Keep trying to use these. But the gold, I mean, how gold is it? Let's see. I mean, it's not, it's not horrendous, but I'm just not sure if it really works. It's gorgeous. I keep trying to use it, but it just doesn't work out. And this is just so nice, but I don't think it really goes with the look of this room. And that is a little too ashy, I think. I think we still need something here where the color's pretty bold, even if it's white or black. I know those aren't colors, so you know what I mean. So like this, or no, wait a minute. I just realized. Yeah, one of these. Well, this is low, but after all, this is not a high ceiling. So, but on the other hand, that might be too. Yeah, we can fit the higher one in here. So where are they? So one of these, they're like tall and skinny. But maybe the dark one. Dark gray with a light metal. I mean, it doesn't really fill the wall up. But I was thinking like I'm not sure what I was thinking. What about like an armchair or two here for reading? I think we need like a couple more chairs, even if they can't be in that main area with the TV. It feels like there should be. Um, so, oh, wait a minute. Oh my gosh. I just realized. I just realized. I think there's a Wassily chair and this chair. There's like this chair, which is nice. And then there's also a Wassily chair. Actually, there's like a couple chairs that would be just freaking awesome in here. Like this one, a Corbusier chair. Oh man, that's perfect. That is absolutely perfect. I like the other one, but I like the Corbusier chair better. This is perfect. Like, I think so. Like this here, and then this here, little with a floor lamp. Although I'm not really sure how much light it needs. Probably should remove one of those. I should put one of these, I think, on the stairs. These are so bright that they really need to be spread out. And let's see, a side table here needs to go here. Unless it goes like right here. That's a possibility. I mean, if I was able to, obviously I would be breaking these walls down. But can't do it till I get this as a flip. So then I can really go nuts with it. So let's see. So I would say a mirror above this would be good because we need to open this room up. I love that chair so much. Someday. Let's see. Okay, so this is tricky because there are not oh my god. This is so small, that's the problem. Shoot. It's too small, but it's got to go somewhere in here, I think. Because, I mean, we're going for, I don't even know what we're going for. It's a somewhat unique vibe, I think. Now this, I wonder if this should go over here. Hang on. I think this is just too small. It's interesting, but I'm just not, I don't know. I don't think that necessarily works. It doesn't. Actually, I think I'll probably toss it. Let's see. This is small, isn't it? Besides, it's not really what I'm looking for. I'm not necessarily looking for a mirror above the TV. I'm looking for something interesting. Actually, that actually wasn't bad. Come to think that that decoration that was up there, I think I was wrong. That may have added just the right amount of interest. So it was this, then there's that. I don't know, this might have worked. Oh, it doesn't have different sizes. That's too bad. Okay. Let's see. I don't know. Um, I just, I'm not really sure about it. This one I love. I just don't know if it belongs here. Let's put it over there. Um, I mean, that's kind of useless, isn't it? You know what? I'd rather have a shelf up there, like a cool shelf. Um, um, we need cool shelves. Yeah, I think it's going to be this. So a couple of these with stuff on them. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. Put that one a little lower, and that one a little closer. I guess. Still doesn't exactly work. I have way too much stuff that needs to go on shelves. I mean, I have way too many shelves that need stuff on them. What's going to go? I have to find another painting or something for above that chair because it's looking kind of lost and blank. So, and it needs to be something horizontal. Shoot. We're not like in great shape with that. As far as stuff that's gonna go with, I guess it's gonna have to be that one I just zoomed past. Shoot. It'd be nice if we could sort it by like horizontal and vertical. That would help. I think it's gonna have to be. Is it this one? As much as I do not like abstract art, I'm not saying another. That light, that's the light that's making that. Okay, so that's not working. That's just too bright. Um, Still looks a little. Is this just too bright? Shoot. I don't know. I don't think it's too bright. I think that the wall lights are too bright. This one is only kind of minimally bright. I think I actually can throw this away because I'm not going to change anything with the colors. This light's coming from behind me. Is that really that bright? That one wasn't even on. So is this it? Okay, so I think I'm going to change the overhead lighting. That's just not working for me. It's washing everything out. It's just not good. So I think, hang on one sec. I bet he hasn't talked to the doctor yet about his coughing. I need to remind him. I mean, this is someone who stopped breathing when he was an infant because of his respiratory problems, and he just doesn't seem to see that he can't just ignore that coughing all the time. See, that's why men who, or people who are married live longer because they have someone nagging them about this stuff. It may not sound like it's fun to have someone nagging you, but that's when you have someone who cares about you and reminds you you have to take care of yourself, then that's why you end up living longer. Okay, let's see. I like that better. Now he's on to the sneezing. I mean, spotlights are not my favorite thing, but there are certain lighting situations where it's just not an easy situation like this. This is not an easy one. So now we can use a floor lamp to be right next to that chair because, ooh, I think that works, doesn't it? Ooh, yeah, that works really nicely. So wait a minute, I need to move that a little bit down here, maybe a tiny bit there. Okay, let's see. So okay, let's put a couple things on the table. We need, of course, some plants, not a lot of them. We need stuff on the shelves. Decorations. What do we have for decorations? Clocks. Ah, that actually. Do I have any cool ones from the workshop? Nothing that goes with this. I like the steampunk one, but it's not really. Now, does this come in? Let's see, silver and black or something? Oh, it's wood. Okay, so it's black wood. Yeah, what about that? I'm going to put it there. I'm not sure if it really adds anything, to be honest. Should I have painted that wall white? Maybe I should. Maybe that wall should be white. I think it should, right? Well, it is going to look awfully blank. That's the only problem. I am missing something like here. What is it? There's something to soften it. I'm not sure what. Let's see. Accessories. That wasn't it. Oh, wait a minute. No, that won't work. Okay. I don't think I have. That made me think like literally of softening things, and there isn't anything. No. Decorations. Clocks, fireplaces, floor, hanging decorations, mirrors, pictures, plants, standing decorations. What are the standing decorations? Oh, okay. I'm not seeing anything like. Did I get any cool stuff from the workshop as far as like vases and stuff? I don't think so, but maybe. Well, that's nice, but it definitely doesn't go with this. Okay, so we are gonna throw some books in here. That one's small. This, I think, looks... No, that's too big for that coffee table. So there were some. What about this? That's kind of big too. Let's put some food in here on here. Um, so let's do coffee. Didn't I? I'm thinking of another game. I think there was like something with Petty Four. Did I actually subscribe to that on the thing? I don't remember. So we have coffee cup. Magazine. Did I do any magazines? Let's see. I did just this one. I thought I keep mixing up the Sims and this. Wait a minute, didn't I have such and such? And it's like, no, that was in the Sims. You had that. We just need more tchotchkes in this game. We really do. Okay, so I'm gonna go to plants. Let's see. We need more plants too. Some different plants. I'm just sick of what we have, to be honest. But that's just me. I think actually I have to say it would soften the place to have some stuff on the walls. It might not work though, to be honest. I think actually that works better than the clock for adding a little something. I mean, obviously I like plants, so, you know, not a huge surprise. But these are pretty decent. This is a small one. That might actually... But see, the problem is just sometimes with like the paintings and stuff, it just doesn't really work. That's nice. Flower pot, light gray, white. None of these colors really work. That's the problem is it's just really, it's big. Let's face it. It's wide. Wide doesn't really work here. I mean, it's nice, but it just doesn't work. This one also is humongous. Let's see. This is fairly small, isn't it? I think that's one of the problems I end up having with it. Or it's huge. No, it's, well, no, you know what? It looks dead. That's the problem I have with it. Yeah, that's kind of a big problem. I'm going to have to go with a Schiffler, aren't I? I am. I can tell. It's like ending up with a Schiffler. Okay, so and I wanted a side table here. Of course, that's a little problematic with the light. So it would have to be a really small side table. Unless I move this over. Okay, so move this over a little. Move this. And have like a skinny side table. Let's see. So I'm just going to search for table because, let's see. Of course, it brings up mountable on every. Oh, wait a minute. This one. Legs light. Oh, no, wait a minute. I thought it was smaller than that and shorter. Wasn't there one that was smaller and shorter? I thought that was the big one. That's weird. I thought there were two, and this one was the big one, and this one was the small one. But I guess they're both too big. That's too bad. I do like that table. Well, It could be this one actually. Let's see. Yeah, that one's perfect. So, I mean, I actually could, I may not need that light. I should just use a, can I use it somewhere else? I'll put it over there. Although there's plenty of light here. Yeah, I guess it doesn't really, it's not really necessary. That's too bad. Well, I am going to remember this because that's a pretty good one for the more modern stuff. Okay, so I need a standing lamp. Let's see. Standing lamp, table lamp. Uh, let's see. That one's kind of wimpy, but it might work if nothing else does. This one, actually, let's see, metal, lights, primary color black. No, primary color white or light, secondary color. Let's see. Does that look, I think, I'm gonna have to look. It doesn't throw a lot of light. I'm not sure that's, I mean, that's not really the point, but that table is really high. I'm not going to change it because basically the side tables are lacking. So I do not have a lot. Ooh, wait a minute. This actually, now possibly not white wood. I think actually we'll do black. Color black. Oh, what is this? Black wood. Oh, okay, got it, got it. I do like this better. Okay. I remember this one isn't terribly bright either, but I think it looks nicer. And then we need stuff in here, and that this bookcase is looking wimpy. I have to say, or bookcases shelf was that was what it came up from, right? Does look kind of wimpy. What's the one that there was one? This one. How wide is this one? Wood. Why is it not? We had 25 minutes again. Yes, we are. I know this so well now. Dark black wood. So, yeah, I think this has got a little more personality. Hopefully it fits. Because the other one was just looking, I don't know, just wimpy. So we need a really big plant, I think, on top. Not really big, but like a decent size. I feel like I keep looking at these plants over and over and over, and actually I think I do. This one is, how big is that one? Yeah, that's actually a decent size. Is there something I can choose for the vase instead of a gray or, yeah. And actually maybe a light, a lamp on top of it, or one shelf down or something like this one or this one. Not on top. A smaller one, like one shelf down or something like that. If there is one. I don't know if there is one. What about this one? Does it even throw any light? This may be one of those things that I spend way too much time on. There isn't really enough light over here, is there? So actually we do need a light, but which light? That doesn't work. Let me see. Let me search for a lamp because then that'll bring up workshop stuff. Steampunk one's cool. It doesn't really go with this aesthetic. Bunker lamp. Well, now I could do this floor lamp instead of, well, in addition, I don't know. I mean, realistically, that won't leave people much room to move around. I'm missing something. I can tell I'm missing something. What's that? That might be what we need. Wait, is it on? It's actually on? Okay, so no, that is... Oh, wait a minute. Do I need a light switch over here? That might be the problem. I'm hopeful that that is actually the problem. Turn light on. Yes. Okay. So that's better. Some books. And stuff. Let's see. Oh, wow. Shelves are really, So these shelves are not really tall. Of course, these books are pretty tall, so. I think these might be a little smaller. I'm not sure. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, okay. That actually would work pretty well. Probably should have a rug over there. How about I do the same one in white? Well, it's not white, but it's... Let's see. There. So stuff on the shelves here. We just don't have enough like clutter of stuff that you would put on these shelves. Like, you know, stuff like little figurines and stuff like that. Oh, I guess I do want plants. I'm gonna put that one that I always put because it actually is really easy to place. Of course, I can't find it now. Small. There it is. What color should we use? Turquoise? Light blue? Sure. Don't tell me I'm not gonna be able to. There. Okay. And put this down like that. And then I don't know. I mean, I know like in our house when I was growing up, well, actually now, you have all kinds of just tchotchkes, I mean, stuff. Like little things you picked up from trips and things like that. And this is pretty big, isn't it? Or is it small? It's kind of in between, and I don't know. I mean, it's a tchotchke, but I'm not sure it adds a lot. Um, I mean, no offense to anyone, but not these tchotchkes don't really add anything. So how about we'll do like a plate. Not a lot of plates to choose from. Not for this room, which is kind of so let's do this, I guess. I don't know. We just don't have a lot to. Of course we have. Come on. Let me jump up there. No. What can I jump on? That. And it's not high enough. I actually am not on any. There we go. There we go. Okay. We're getting there. uh, I just need more clutter stuff. I really do. Let's see. So I think let's throw some books. Oh, notepad. That's right. There's a notepad that's really nice from the workshop. And I'll look at accessories too. It's tiny. I'm forgetting how tiny it is. And let's put a there's like a gaming console, I think. Probably from the Hacker Loft. Console, yeah. That's kind of boring. What about the other one? Yeah. Put that in there. We don't really have like controllers or anything, right? Let's see, gaming. We have the gaming tower. Let's just say controller. I don't think so, though. I might be wrong. Oh yeah, we do. Okay, cool. Do we have any different colors? Awesome. Well, maybe not exactly what I'm looking for. I don't know. I don't think I can really get something that matches. Yeah, I guess let's just go for this. For that. Okay. So, a couple of these up here. Maybe do we have any? I have picked up some. Let's see. Oops. Yeah. Well, if I spelled it right, that actually would probably be helpful. Oh yeah. Clearly. Is there enough light? Is it just my imagination that there isn't? It might be. There is, well, it's this spotlight thing again. That's the problem. And so the walls may be swallowing up some of it. What I maybe should do is put another one. Try putting another one up and see if it's just too much. Where is it? There. So that then they're hitting different areas. So yeah, I think that's a little better. I mean, I wish we had more in the way of tchotchkes, but wait a minute. This actually should go down here. That here. So, I mean, I wish I had more tchotchkes and stuff, but I don't. Now, I wonder if I could put a couple books in, because we don't really have games. Am I like, let's look in accessories. Um, I mean, most of the stuff is either bathroom or children's room. Um, it's more like functional stuff. Not really. I mean, there's a foosball table or whatever, but it's not gonna fit literally in here. Literally, not figuratively. Um, throw another book on there. Okay, so I guess. Ooh, wait a minute. The only thing is, bottom shelf of the coffee table. We do need a pile of books, right? Did I try this already? But I tried it up top. I didn't try it underneath. And there. Come on, you can do it. This is, I mean, this can be so tricky. I doubt it even really added anything. It's really tricky. Okay, anyway. So I think that's where I'm gonna stop. It's been 2 hours. Oh my gosh. So I'm probably just gonna do a couple things in when I do this stream next to finish this up, and then I'll finish that job and start another one. So I just wanted to thank everyone who's been watching. I really appreciate you guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. And obviously, anyone watching the VOD, I probably made this longer than it had to be, but I did do 3 rooms. So I hope y'all are taking care of yourselves, and then I will see you next time. Bye bye.